Understandable smooth shit that murderers move with. Understandable smooth shit.
POPAVIST made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we gettin'?
Bastard, go and get y'all. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. Simmy in the himmy, go and gimme, y'all. Pugilistic, my linguistics are the ruler damage, y'all. And I rap it, pornographic, kick set up the camera,
Ooh la la, are we real?
Yeah.
Ooh la la, are we real?
Let's bring it back though.
Ooh la la, are we real?
You know the vibes. Yes. Yes, 2 times. Happy Monday to you.
Ooh la la, are we real?
Happy Monday to
Ooh la
you.
la, are we real?
And happy Monday to the people in the back. Let's go.
Ooh la la, are we real?
Hey.
Ooh la la, are we real?
You now tuned
Ooh
in.
la la, are we real? Ooh la la, are we real?
You know the vibes.
Look,
You now tuned in. POPAVIST. POPAVIST TV. I got my own show. Yeah, and all that and all that. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to you in the back. Made it through another weekend. Energy is up. Feeling blessed. Yeah, kid. As you should. And you know how we do. You know what I mean? Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we are in the end game, as I always say on this channel. And that's the good coffee right there. That's that butterscotch flavor right there. You know what I mean? So happy Monday. Hope everybody having a great day. Hope everybody blessed. Shout outs to everybody that's tuned in. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the notification button so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. All right. Couple of quick things. You know what I mean? Got shit to do today. Even though it's, you know what I mean? It's King Day today. It's recognized as National King Day. You know what I mean? Salute to the king. You know what I mean? Justice anywhere is, injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. You know what I mean? Shout outs to the people that stand on the front lines for shit that really matter. And when you make a legacy like him, then you get, you know, days like this. You know what I'm saying? When you on some El Fulio, you don't even get remember, you don't get anything. So shouts to the king, shouts to anybody that walk in his path, shouts to all the people that, you know what I mean, fight for the people that look like myself. You know what I mean? The black and brown, you know what I mean? I want to get to a couple of quick things though. Not the playoffs. Playoffs was yesterday. And then we'll have the final 2, you know what I mean? Next week, you know what I mean? But right now, real quick though, have you seen the other video I did with Math Hoff? It says message valid or not? And if you've seen the video, then you know what I think. The message is valid. You know what I mean? But when I had said it wasn't no gangs on Rikers Island in '94, I was talking about the Bloods and the Crips. That's why I said it that way. Because to my knowledge, it wasn't, not where I was at. But it was gangs on the island. You know what I mean? I just didn't mention them because, again, I wasn't talking about them. But the gangs that, you know, people hit me up like, nah, it was gangs. No, it was. And it was the Spanish gangs, the Latin Kings and the Yetas. You know what I mean? They was on the island, heavy. They was doing a lot of fuck shit. Doing a lot of brothers dirty. You know, they had the numbers. Blacks don't really stick together like that. I don't make the rules. I'm just a messenger. If you don't like to hear that, then change it. You know what I'm saying? So they was rolling on brothers. They had a lot of the power, and only certain brothers that was, you know what I mean, really rah-rah, or, you know, they had that energy, that feel in the wind, was able to, you know, get through, you know what I mean, without having too much problems. Or they was down with them. Like, you know what I mean, you got to come roll with us because you tough, you know what I mean, even though you're not down with the, you know what I mean? And so that's one of the reasons why they say, you know, those other gangs that I was speaking about form, but more, you know, specifically the Bloods. You know what I mean? That's what is brotherly love, override, oppression, and destruction. So it was like, we gonna form because y'all got the numbers, and we tired of getting, you know what I mean, cut up, rained on, can't get phone time, and shit that was going on with adolescents. I can't really speak to the adults because I wasn't an adult at that time, but this is some of the stuff that was going on, you know what I mean? So they say we got to form Voltron in order to stop this. But what happened was they formed, and then they got the most numbers out of everybody, and then they just start oppressing each other, you know what I mean? And that's what I want to talk about real quick on King Day before we get to the little sports. I just wanted to clear that up for people like, oh, it was gangs and all that. You don't know what you're talking about. No, I do know what I'm talking about because I was there. I was there. If you wasn't there, then you probably don't know what you're talking about. But I wasn't meaning the Bloods and the Crips. I was talking about, I mean, that's who I was talking about. I wasn't meaning the Kings and the Yetas and whatever else, you know, groups that they had. But yeah, those was the gangs on the island. They was causing havoc. They was doing a lot of fuck shit, like I said. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't talking about them. That's why I said what I said, how I said it, like it wasn't none. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't including them. But now that that's out the way, yeah, so they formed, you know what I mean? And they grew in numbers, and they grew and they grew and they grew. Like I said, through my whole time going through the system, through all the spots that I landed at, you know what I mean? They was there. They was the majority. But they also started doing the oppression. So all that brotherly love that they was talking about, somewhere along the line, that shit went out the window. And then it was black on black, you know what I mean? And so that want to bring me to this. Y'all familiar with the Wu-Tang saga? I mean, hopefully y'all are familiar with the Wu-Tang clan. If not, then you on the wrong channel. But the Wu-Tang, you know what I mean, who they just got, you know, a street named after them in Staten Island. Shouts to the Wu, you know what I mean? But in their series on Hulu, they document how, you know, how they came together, the turmoils and all that shit that they was going through. And the funny thing about it is, you know, the two or one of the two, you know what I mean, or one, you know, the few out of the group, all of them, you know, didn't have the same success as far as career-wise, musically or endeavors that, you know, they might have done outside of music. But Ray and Ghost, you know what I mean, who got one of the most, you know, got one of the classic albums in hip-hop, which I reference a lot on this channel, is the Purple Tape, even though it's Raekwon tape. They was going at it with each other. They was trying to, you know what I mean, kill each other, you know what I mean, beef. And because they was from Stapleton and the other niggas is from Park Hill, like, they trying to kill each other just because they over here and they over here, you know what I mean? Like, just think about if that would have happened, we never would have got those classic albums, those classic verses, those times that they collaborated, you know what I mean? And then I'll quote a Hove line off the head on the Marcy, you know, the Marcy song, when he like, I'm from the other side where the other guys don't walk too much, and such, and the girls say we talk too much. So they ran up the Tonkers to sort them dudes to trust. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. The niggas is foul just like us. So you had the Marcy fighting with the, you know, the niggas up the block. And just think about in a lot of hoods, not just in New York, you know, you could be in Detroit, you could be in Washington, you could be in North, you know, Carolina, Virginia, wherever you at. If it's a place like it's just a constant tension, or you can't walk past certain blocks or whatever because y'all beefing and fighting with each other, just think about if it wasn't like that. Like Pac said in the song, forget it, on the MAKAVELI album, at the end of the song, I can't think of the song right now, but at the end of the song, he like, it's not them that's knocking us off, it's us that's knocking us off. You know what I mean? So he like, be aware or become a victim, you know what I mean? And he's speaking to the sense of, although he is not pushing to the side the injustices and the shit that, you know, saying like black people get the most, the black and brown, the shit we got to take from others, he's not refuting that or not acknowledging that. He's fully well aware. If you know anything about Pac, you've seen in his interviews, you listen to his music, you know what I mean? But that's not what he's saying in this particular song on the MAKAVELI album. At the end of the song, he's like, yo, it's not them that's doing it, it's us that's doing it. And then even taking it real further back, because we on King Day, you know, and that's why I got the fly, you know what I mean, jacket and all that, you know what I mean? And the What You Wear vocal hat to match, yeah. Even you look at the Roots movie or the remake of the movie, you know what I mean? Before we came, you know, got brought over, we ain't come, before we got, you know, bagged up and trapped and brought over here to this country, you know what I mean? Blacks did that to the other blacks. They set them up with the crackers. Like, yo, we gonna get some of these, you know, tribes and we gonna capture some of these people and, you know what I mean, load them up. It was us that did it to us first. So that's my point. Like, if we wasn't beefing with each other because you in this projects, you in that projects, you on this street, you on this street. Well, that's a perfect world, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know, I'm just a dreamer, you know what I mean? But when you look at the Wu, you know what I mean? And you look at, like I told you, the brotherly love, overriding oppression and destruction. That's a hell of a statement. That's a power to the people statement. Like, I want for myself what I want for my brother and vice versa. But like I said, somewhere along the line, certain people in charge, people can't think, people not intelligent, you know, people with the fuck shit, they just want to do fuck shit. They want to encourage other people to be down with the fuck shit, you know what I mean? Somehow along it gets thrown off course to where not only are we saying we not preventing brotherly love, and like we going to contribute to the destruction. Like, I'm going to oppress you because I got the numbers and I'm tougher than you. I'm going to take your shit. I'm going to rob you. I'm going to rape your village. That's pretty much what it is. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, on this channel, if you're not familiar, full transparency, yeah, I could see you and you could see me, because that's what social media is about. All you got to do is log on if your shit not private and mine is not. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to speak to that because, like, even with beef and rap and all that, like, don't you be wishing like certain people was on a track with other people, or we missed out because certain people is beefing, you know, whether the beef is legit or not. Sometimes shit is legit. You know what I'm saying? That's humans. That's life. You know what I mean? But some of it be minor, minute shit that they could probably just get over or push to the side, let bygones be bygones, keep it pushing, make some money, give the fans what they want. But because of ego, being stubborn, and, you know, whatever it is, I'm better, or I'm up here, I don't need, you know what I mean? That's why it is. But if we take away some of these things that, you know, that's invisible rules and concepts and thinking and perceptions and ideologies and all that shit mixed in the pot like gumbo, we would be way better off. Because, you know, like you see Nas on his song, he said all the countries gonna form, so we're gonna turn all the cliques to form one gang. Like, you know what I mean? On that I want to talk to the mayor. You know what I mean? I want to talk to the mayor, to the governor, to the motherfucking president. I want to talk to the FBI and the CIA and the motherfucking congressman on that album, that I Am album. On that song, that song is super fire. That's one of my favorite songs by now. But at the end, he like, yeah, they forming in all these countries and all that, the government, we gonna form all the cliques to be one gang. Like, just think about that. You had to blow up if you think about all the, you know, the strength we would have in the numbers, that we had true leadership, you know what I mean? And people in certain positions to lead, you know, in a good direction, as opposed to lead to some fuck shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I just got off the phone with one of my boys, you know what I mean? 18 years in, you know what I mean? Don't know when he gonna get out, you know what I mean? Damn, since he was 19. So, you know, it's tough, bro. It's tough. But with that being said, let's get to the sports real quick. Drew Brees, as I told y'all, he probably going to be out of here. And I want him to be out of here. Not like on some, you know what I mean? But I think the time has passed. And I think the last person going to be standing on the quarterback list, as far as the old quarterbacks in the NFL, will probably be Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? Because Ben got one more year in his contract. They probably will bring him back because, you know, you can't just, quarterbacks just don't fall out of the sky. You know what I mean? Plus, you need time to develop them. Phillip Rivers, he already said he coming back. The team already want him back. And this is for the NFL. The old quarterbacks that's on the clock. Drew Brees might retire this year. Brady about to play Aaron Rodgers next week. And then you got Matty Ice. And if I'm leaving out somebody, then leave it in the comment. But that's pretty much the old quarterbacks. You know what I mean? As far as, you know, almost 40. You know what I mean? Brady's 43. Drew Brees is 42 or something like that. Aaron Rodgers is the youngest, 37. Maybe Ben as well. And Phillip Rivers, because him and Eli, they all came out at the same time. But next week we got Brady and Aaron, so one of them is going to be out of here. I do believe Brady is coming back next year, whether he win the Super Bowl or not. And obviously Aaron Rodgers is coming back. He just may not be in Green Bay, because we know that they brought in his successor, and that's why he balled. Well, that's not why he balled out, but I'm sure it gave him a little extra motivation to, like, oh, really? Y'all no wide receivers, no running backs, no offensive linemen, no defensive linemen, no none of that. We're gonna get a quarterback. Like, so he's still same record as last year, and they, you know, in the NFC Championship game again at home this year. You know what I mean? So he balled out. NBA, because let's face it, folks. Like, damn it. Now it's time to say goodbye for the summer. Like, NFL season come and go. As if you're a real fan, or that's why it's king. That's why, like I said, it's an event. Because even though it's still football and the playoffs is football, it just seemed like to me when it's less games, it feel like you're missing out. I feel like you losing. Like, damn, it's only 2 games next week. This week it was only 4 games, and obviously once the Super Bowl comes, it's a wrap. You know? What y'all think about homie gonna be performing at the Super Bowl? What his name? The WEEKND. You know what I mean? I'm not sure who else gonna be there, but I know that's who they keep showing. You know, leading up to the Super Bowl, obviously, he going to probably be the headliner. So what y'all think? I probably would like to see some other people do it, even though he probably have a good segment. He got some hit songs that he could run down. You know what I mean? I like his music, some of it. But with Hove and all that, I was kind of expecting to see something different, you know what I mean? But maybe my expectations was misconstrued or not in the right place. NBA, Brooklyn, James Harden debuted his game. I think he would drop 30, 35. Kevin Durant had 30, or maybe vice versa. So they look good together. Kyrie, obviously, he hasn't played yet. He not playing tonight. They play Milwaukee tonight. And now, like I only segue that to say, now that the NFL is pretty much over. Next week, that's it. You know what I mean? And then the Super Bowl 2 weeks later, I never was a Pro Bowl guy. You know what I mean? So I don't even count that. We're going to start locking in on the NBA, and we're going to start giving out the picks for the NBA. And it's mad NBA games today because it is Martin Luther King Day. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see a lot of players talking about social justices, where we was at from when he was here to, you know, where we at now. We still got a lot of work to do, but progress obviously has been made. And as long as, you know, we got the good people in the front fighting the good fight, leading the way, inshallah, we should be all right. We all got to do our part. But Kyrie not playing it. They playing the Bucks today. Bucks giving them, I think, 2.5 or 3.5. I like the Bucks today. There's other games I like. I like Detroit over Miami. I like Lakers over Golden State. And this is with the spreads. It was another game that I really liked. I'm like, that's some chicken dinners waiting to happen right there. I'm about to give y'all a 4-pick. $100 on that. That's 13 hundo. Yeah, kid, that feeling on a Monday, King Day. So I could just get it right. Let me be clear, the games that I like real quick. It's definitely some chicken dinners to get today. Milwaukee over Brooklyn today. Milwaukee giving 3.5. Lakers giving Golden State 8.5. I like Lakers. What's the other game that I said I like? Oh, Miami at home giving Detroit 6.5. I like Detroit with that 6.5. Last game, just the bonus game. That Cleveland game is postponed. Last game, I like Houston on the road. Excuse me. Giving Chicago 2.5. So that's the 4-pick. Milwaukee, Houston, Detroit, Lakers, 4-pick parlay. You know, when I jump on the joint and all that, and we do the show, because football is no more pretty much, we are going to start diving into the NBA, and I told y'all we're going to start diving into the NHL, hockey. I don't physically watch hockey, but I do bet on hockey. And like I told y'all, the reason why is because hockey and baseball, because of the way the setup is, you can win more money because of the plus and minuses within those sports. Unlike football and baseball and NBA, it's minus 110 no matter who you take. Like for instance, Milwaukee, if you take Milwaukee, it's minus 110. If you take Brooklyn, it's minus 110. But in hockey, if it was Milwaukee is the favorite, they'll probably be, let's say, minus 110. But Brooklyn is the underdog, so they might be plus 120 or plus 130. So if you think, oh, nah, Brooklyn is a hit today, I'm taking Brooklyn. It's more money for the payout, more chicken dinners, you know what I mean? So that's my 4-pick for the day, you know what I mean? We about to get up out of here. Like I said, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, you know what I mean? Share the video, let's get the views up. And let's keep it rolling. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Let me know what you think about the show. Let me shout outs to everybody that been sending me Gmails and all that. Like, yo, talk more about the island. You know what I mean? Talk that story you was talking about prison and all that was crazy. Or talk about this, talk about that. And then I look at it, give it a shot, and say, you know what I mean? I don't really want to get, all over the place. You know what I mean? Hip hop, sports, motivation. Today is Motivational Mondays. I am your motivational speaker. You know what I mean? Motivational quotes. Try to inspire, you know what I mean, others. That's how you get more, you know what I mean, out of life. That's what I believe. If you try to inspire others, it could be through music, spoken words, art, you know what I mean, poetry, you know what I mean, talking the word to the right, things like that, you know what I mean? Being that shoulder to lean on, being that ear for somebody that need to vent, you know what I mean? And try to give a word to the right. But POPAVIST, we live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling on a Monday, and I wasn't having no other way because I couldn't get up here and try to be nobody else. You know what I'm saying? It just wouldn't work for me. So shout outs to everybody that's being themselves, staying in their lane, not trying to, impress motherfuckers that don't even want to be impressed, who could care less. You know what I mean? Just doing what you got to do. Let's get it. We got it. Good. Yeah, kid.